Hey, Facebook land. It's Todd here. I'm closing up final day at the Matrixx. I might get on in the morning for another video, but I want to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. This is Nate Jensen.
Hello.
Yes. Nate and I met in July of last year.
Correct.
He found me on LinkedIn and was unhappy with his direction, his career. And I've been working with Nate since then. We worked for 6 months together. And then Nate actually jumped in to come to the Matrixx before even I thought I'd come. And it's been incredible. And thanks for taking the time to chat with me.
Absolutely.
I think that your story is inspiring as all get out. And he's done a fantastic job. Hi, how are you doing? We've already got people liking and loving this. So we're just going to chat about his journey a little bit. And I just wonder if we can start and say, hey, what was life like for you a year ago? Before summer, into spring, a year ago, what was going on with you in your life?
Yeah, definitely a year ago at this time, I know exactly where I was at. It was just coming off of spring break. I had read a book called You Are a Badass, and it talked about
you are a badass. Now you are.
And it talked about kind of finding your calm and many of these things. And the writer really had some very noble words for individuals that were reading the book. I could not adopt them, and I felt lost. And shortly thereafter, I took a job that really was just kind of an end of the line thing for me. I thought, okay, that's what I have. That's what I have.
What do you mean by end of the line thing?
I was nearing the end of where my rope was at in terms of what I was doing. I was not getting the world was not offering me opportunity. I was pursuing plenty of them. I was pursuing many things.
Did you take this job out of desperation?
In a way I did, yeah.
So I just want to share there. I've worked with people for years on career coaching, and I keep telling people, don't act out of desperation. It's like a death to inspiration, actually, is really what it is. And I see people that do this and take a job because they don't think that there's something else out there that could be just around the corner, and they get frozen where they're at.
Yeah.
Don't act out of desperation. Okay, keep going. So you were doing that.
So I took the job and immediately got into the position and recognized that I am more than capable to do this job, but I am not going to be happy doing this job. And it was that. It was a job. And it was a wonderful organization. They were very, very nice people. But I recognized very quick that it just wasn't for me. And so I kind of, I made a decision in June of that year that something needed to change. I felt if this is what it was going to be in terms of this is the job, this is what life is now, this is what you're going to do, then I want to be as happy as I can be doing what I do. And so I made a call to Todd in an effort to find happiness. That's all I wanted. I wanted to be able to come home at the end of the day, wipe work away, wipe the job from my mind, and just be happy for my wife and for my kids because they're deserving of that.
Was it just blind luck that you found me? I mean, you went on LinkedIn, you filled out this thing, 4 other coaches replied with something.
Oh, 4, a multitude of them kind of hit me, and I found you, and really, I think the vibe that I got from our initial conversation, and you were in Michigan at the time, and it was just there was a very comfort. There was a lot of comfort in the conversation that we had, and I felt peace.
So did you feel like our initial conversation was going to bring you closer to that goal of happiness for you and your family and that fulfillment?
Yeah, let's not forget when we originally started, our objective was career coaching.
Get another job.
Yeah, if we're going to continue down this path, let's take all those letters at the back of your name on your resume that looks so great and all the student loan debt that you've accumulated for getting them.
Let's do something with that.
Let's do something productive with it. And I thought, this guy can get it done.
Yes.
And I think we spoke for 2 weeks and quickly made a decision again that that's not the path to go down.
So, okay, yeah. So originally we said, okay, you know, I've got a couple of paths. We can do career coaching. Let's talk about resume writing, interviewing, and all that. But I also can do executive mindset coaching. And I felt like you were this budding executive or entrepreneur or something like this. And I said, what if we gave you the mindset to really go places in your career? And we could do this for 12 weeks, and then we can do career coaching for 12 weeks. And as it turns out, we were lucky enough to spend 2 weeks in goal setting, working with Bob Proctor's material, thinking into results. And it was, I think, halfway into that, we were talking about goals. And what was that experience like about trying to figure out what you wanted to be when you grow up?
Well,
Again, your objective was career. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, what do you want to be when you grow up? That is such a powerful message, and you get asked that all the way through school, and trying to make that, trying to figure out how to articulate that.
Yeah.
How to do that
Out
effectively.
of the vastness of whole cloth, what do I cut out?
Everything's there. How do I carve my niche in the market, and how do I do that effectively? And I struggled with that. And I struggled with that because I did not have the self-confidence to feel comfortable about trying to execute on anything. So I was still grabbing. What is that? Maybe that. Let's do this. Let's try that. Trying to find something that resonated with me, something that really spoke to me as to this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be when I grow up.
Yeah. You latched onto a specific idea of income, though.
I did.
That was drastically different than how you've been used to thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a very clear reason why I wanted that income. That income was not,
Can we share the idea? Maybe not the number.
Yeah, absolutely.
The idea was the possibility of taking, like, if we're going to do something and work together, Bob often says, if you really want to stretch yourself and see what you're capable of doing, which you were seeking your capability at the time, what is possible? He says, why don't you make a goal of taking your annual income and having that be your monthly income? That was the idea that you couldn't get rid of and shake, right?
Yeah, because I looked at that and I said, I know what it's like to have that on an annualized basis, and what I was able to do with it, what good I was able to provide with it, where I was able to go with it, what I was able to do with my family there. And I thought to myself, boy, if I'm doing that on a monthly basis, gosh, what does that do? What does that do? How does that help translate what I'm doing today and the freeing power that it provides?
What kind of things were coming to your mind in terms of that freedom?
One specific thing, one very, very specific thing. And that thing was a house on the Oregon coast in Lincoln City that looks out over the ocean. And I close my eyes and I focus on that. And I see that so clearly. And I see how the living room is set up. And I see the tile floor in my kitchen. And I see the bar with the sink in it. And I see all these beautiful things. And I hear, because the windows are always open, the ocean. And I hear that. And it just, right now, it gives me chills just thinking about that. That vision was like, that's what I want. That's what I want. And that was really where my starting point kind of began with this journey.
So I remember the conversation when you shared with the income and the goal to have this house. I said, hey, guess what? We're not talking about resume and interviewing at LinkedIn then. That's not what we're doing.
No.
What was it about that experience that made you commit to, we're going to go 6 months working together, working with Bob Proctor through the Thinking into Results program? Is there some reason why you said, absolutely, this is the way we should go?
Yeah, I think there's a point where, and we're going to go where, I'll speak to some vulnerability in myself, is that as a youth and going through some personal experiences with drugs and alcohol, I know where rock bottom is, and I know when I needed to ask for help there. And that was a really tough decision. And so this was almost a similar mindset. Like, my mind was corrupted. It was poisoned. And I needed help.
Poisoned by
the idea that I couldn't be happy. more than anything else.
Wow.
Poisoned by the idea that I could not be happy.
Wow.
And so I was able to have enough gumption, to have enough strength and courage to say I need help. And that's where the journey really started.
You know, there's similar things for me. One of my experiences with this, can we call it a lack mentality? I can't be happy.
Yeah.
I was in 3rd grade. One of my friends at DP Gates, DP, I should be tagging you in this because DP helped me get here. I got a ride home with his dad from elementary school. And it was in this bright red, awesome car. It was a Porsche. Mm-hmm. Back when I had no idea what a Porsche was. And for me in 3rd grade to try and describe to my dad what kind of car this was, that I wanted to have, I mean, I had no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like, anybody can buy it. It's just a cool car. You can buy it. Yeah. And he was like, oh, once he found out it was a Porsche, he's like, yeah, we can't afford a Porsche. And like at that moment, I realized there's things that I can't have. Yeah. And not that the car was going to make me happy, and I'm not that guy necessarily, though there's cars I'd love to buy now. I'm not that guy, but I had this idea of, well, here was something cool that someone else had, and I can't have it. Yeah. And I can't be happy. I think we all share that, right? If you guys feel that way, give me a thumb up or something like that. And if you guys are still watching, there's still people watching. If you have questions, please type in some questions that you want to ask, and we can talk about. So I think that's universal. I can't be happy. And you felt like this was the thing that's going to make you happy or get you closer to it. Yeah. Yeah, I was, you know, that feeling of complete and total vulnerability and trying to find a path forward, and what you shared by providing information on thinking into results, and what you delivered, and really your compassion and execution was one thing that spoke to me. I appreciate that tremendously. And so that was when I made a committed decision that I'm in. So I want to know what the impact was of thinking into results into your life. We worked together. We were doing it one-to-one for 6 months. Yeah. What was that impact? How has it changed you or your life? Wow. So easy question. Right? Easy. Really easy question, but there's so many kind of cool little components on the path there. So 6 months doesn't seem like a long time. You know, if you look back on it now, you kind of go, wow, that really wasn't a long time. Yeah. But so many cool little tangible things came from it that I look at and go, I'm really happy, and I'm really grateful that those things occurred. And along that path, there were also some big barriers to success that really kind of you know, left you wondering, how do I triumph? How do I conquer? Yeah. And I made the comment to my wife along this journey, and so many comments to my wife along this journey of what the value is to this program and what it's bringing to me. And she absolutely recognizes what it's doing. My children recognize what it's doing. But more importantly, for myself and for what I do, and for anything that I'm doing, being able to be 100% present to it, being able to be 100% committed to what I was doing and executing, and then recognizing when it's time and being comfortable and confident to execute and say, no more, we're going to move on and we're going to do something different here. Is that totally different from where you were a year ago? Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, let's examine life obstacles that kind of got thrown in the mix of all this. Yeah, I mean, I dealt with my dad having cancer and progressing, and then finally passing away in December. And I remember vividly going down to his house with my kids, and they're sad. I mean, Papa's gone, but they're sad, and I remember speaking to them and saying, there's joy in all things. There's joy in all things, and we need to find the bright side here. And it was a beautiful sunny day, and the trees, the snow had kind of just melted off a little bit, and so you could see the pines, and you could see them, and I said, there's joy in all things, and just know that he's happy and he's comfortable now. And that was a very, you know, guaranteed, if it was January of that year, the spiral would have happened. The downward spiral in the wrong direction would have happened. And this was something that, you know,
I look back at it and go, this gave me an anchor of strength. It gave me an anchor of positivity. It gave me something to find gratitude.
This gratitude was the idea that anchored you through that?
Yes, it did. Because when there's little left, finding good is really what it's all about.
Wallace D. Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich says this: the entire process of mental adjustment and atonement can be summed up in just one word: gratitude. Mental adjustment to the source, to God, to the universe, to something bigger than ourselves. Atonement meaning making us whole with that idea, with that energy, with that spirit, with that being, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You felt that in that trial with your dad, that gratitude removed or minimized or absolved or eliminated the pain?
It vanquished the pain.
Wow, that's even a better word.
It eliminated the idea that pain was a component of this experience.
A requirement of the experience.
Yes, that's a beautiful phrasing of it. It removed the idea that pain was a requirement of what we were experiencing.
That's unbelievable.
Because we have the choice. We have the choice to say, I'm going to let this affect me.
Wow.
Or I'm going to affect it.
Wow. That's huge. That's huge. What other changes have manifested in your life going through this process? I mean, have you 12x'd your income as of like now?
Have I 12x'd my income? No, I haven't. Is the desire there? Yes, it is. Will it manifest? Yes, it will. I know that to be true because I'm already living in the mindset that it is true. I'm living in the mindset that these things will happen. The plan is enacted. I'm taking action to make it happen. What
plan? Is this a plan you had a year ago?
Absolutely not. No, not at all. This plan came to me through divine intervention. It came through using my intuitive factors and summoning the courage to look at it and say, that must be done. It must be done. And that idea is our product.
Share this idea. What is this idea?
This product is amazing. It's Healing Helpers. It's a plush toy designed for individuals in hospital settings.
Individuals who?
Children, adults, anybody that's gone through traumatic medical experiences. We provide a product that meets that physical condition that they've experienced. Heart surgeries, liver, kidneys, brain surgeries, a whole myriad of different surgical procedures. And this differs from what the rest of the world does.
Was this a product that you came up with?
No. Our neighbor right down the road from us.
How far away?
2 houses away.
What? Are you kidding? 2 houses away? I always thought it was like in the same town, like a couple blocks away.
No.
2 houses away. Did you know them before this? Did you know their names before this?
No. I didn't know who they were. I just knew that their kids were
in
and out of
our
our
neighbors
house.
Too? Okay. No, it's all good. It's all right. Okay. So he set the goal for an income and an idea that was going to be fulfilling and a mission to move forward. And 2 houses away, what's happening?
2 houses away, the idea comes to me. The idea to bring Healing Helpers to life. The idea to turn this product and turn it into something that any child in any hospital in any country around the globe has access to. And that idea is the burning desire which enables me to provide service to others, which is really where my heart is.
It's unbelievable. This is a stuffed animal that is modified for a surgery that has a stuffed heart in it. If it's a heart surgery and the child gets this animal with a heart and a scar just like them.
Yes.
And it was 2 houses away. Would you have found it?
No. Guaranteed I would have, because my wife was telling me the story of this product as we're driving down the road. It was August. It was hot. I was trying to get down. I remember we were going to get our hair cut. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So we're headed down there. And she's telling me about, Lonnie Lee's got this really great product, and she's trying to show it to me while I'm driving, which is also very smart. And I said, hold on. And we get to a stoplight, and I look at it, and I go, why does the world not know about this? Why is this not already out there doing what it needs to do?
Yeah.
And the biggest reason why is they were stuck. They didn't know what to do. They came up with an amazing idea, an amazing concept, but couldn't figure out how to execute. And all my business experience, everything that I've learned, all the schooling that I went to, all the letters behind my name was a facilitation mechanism to have them go, hey.
This quote comes to mind of that I had just looked up, so I know it's right here on my phone, that speaks perfectly to what's going on. This is Winston Churchill. There comes into the life of every man a task for which he and he alone is uniquely suited. What a shame if that moment finds him either unwilling or unprepared for that which would become his finest hour. Is that Healing Helpers for you?
That is Healing Helpers. That is Healing Helpers.
How about that? Tell me, I'd love to hear a little bit about what you think the secret is. In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill says, if you read these pages and you study these pages, you will find within it the secret to wealth and prosperity, having a rich, full life. What do you think the secret is?
I think the secret, to me, is desire. All of this teaching, all the principles that Bob Proctor lays out, all the principles that Thinking into Results lays out, all the principles that we've learned this week at the Matrixx really reinforce the idea that if you have a burning desire for what it is that you want, that is what's going to fuel you to continue. Because there are going to be failures. There are going to be moments where you get stuck. There are moments where you are just going to try to say, I'm not going to do anything anymore. I give up. I'm going to go back to the way it was because the way it was comfortable. And that desire, by just reinforcing that in there, by closing your eyes and holding on to that for dear life, ramps you back up and gives you that energy to say, no more. Things will be different. Things will be different, and I refuse to accept any reality that doesn't allow me that possibility.
I mean, that's really powerful. This has just been an amazing journey to see you on. It's been awesome to be here and to see you go through the Matrixx and meet and connect with other people that lead you towards your vision and journey. I just have a couple more questions. What is your vision of the future and your goal right now for moving forward? What's going to be done by next year?
By next year, I am 100% confident that our product will be in half of the countries across the globe. I feel very comfortable acknowledging that that is going to happen.
Can we get some likes and some hearts on that for the 5 people still watching?
And the reason that I know that that is going to occur is because this program, what we've taken here at the Matrixx, has given us a facilitation mechanism to do just that. And talking with my wife about it, and she's going, well, how do we do this and how do we do that? And I'm like, we give up on asking how.
Right?
We give up on asking how.
What recommendations do you have to anyone who is stuck? It'll come back. There it is. Go ahead.
So stuck is a place I know extremely well. Stuck is a place that at times I put myself in. Stuck is a place that at times I find myself in because I get meddled into the how things need to get done instead of focusing on what that end goal is and living as though that end goal is already in my possession and holding on to that and recognizing that it's there. Yeah, it's there. And all I need to do is tap into that abundance because it's there for me. So for those that get into the position of where they're stuck, having the space and the mindset to recognize and acknowledge stuck Because it's not
Step one is awareness that you
Yeah.
have a problem.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
I have a problem now. What do I do with it? And eliminating that problem by really just rejecting the idea that it is a problem. It's an opportunity, and how do we move away? How do we move with that opportunity in a way that's going to facilitate growth for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
stuck needs to go.
Yeah. I love it. What about people that say to make an investment in themselves is too much? We don't even need to talk about the money that you've spent investing in your ideas and dreams, right?
No.
I mean, and me too. Like I just keep investing. It's like it's just take my money because I'm growing. It's unbelievable. But for people who are saying I will change when something outside of me changes. I will change when I have a better job, when I have more money. What do you say to those people?
Yeah, that got reinforced pretty well today on our last day of the Matrixx. And Bob came in and told the story of his friend that they were like peas and carrots growing up, and at 16, he was driving a truck and had red paint and ran it into a bridge barrier, and the reminder was there forever with that red paint all over that bridge barrier.
Mm.
And he made the comment that if you had asked him 30 minutes before he left on that trip, that 16-year-old boy, if you had asked him 30 minutes before he left on that trip, how long do you think you're going to live? And he likely would have replied another 50 to 60 years, because that's the natural response. We never live in the present to identify that tomorrow we may not be here.
Yeah.
And so we settle and we make statements that I'll do it when, and I'll do it if the opportunity is right, or when circumstances change over here. And we have to fully recognize that is an unbelievably poisonous mindset to have. And it's not
tomorrow.
Bear
I can
any
do it
fruit.
Tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can do it whenever.
Yeah.
What was funny about that story is Bob was comparing this friend to grandma. Grandma says, it could be gone real soon. What do you say? Could be gone any day now, or I'm leaving any time. She said that for 30 years and she hung around.
Yeah.
But the kid, no.
Yep.
And I've had too many friends that I've lost far too soon. They couldn't take advantage of their gifts and talents to the fullest capacity. So don't wait, don't hesitate. Do you have any last thoughts or anything about your journey that you want to share? Anything else that you want to share?
Yeah. Get out there, make committed decision to do what you want that's going to get you to where you want to be.
What's the difference between a decision and a committed decision? Don't people decide things all the time?
Well, I think you can make a decision by not making a decision. I could decide tomorrow that I'm just going to get up whenever I want to get up, instead of getting up and investing in myself, making a committed decision that I demand these things of me to be better, to facilitate a better life for myself, my family, my community, my country, my global partners. All of that requires committed decision that I take action on myself first. And the more that I improve me, the more I can improve the world.
Everything starts with a decision.
Absolutely. 100%.
Maybe desire first. You have to have a desire first and then decision?
No, I think those things go hand in hand.
Oh, okay.
It's apple or orange kind of scenario, but we could go all night about the different components of the 13 principles for sure.
Okay, absolutely. Which actually Bob Proctor's launching a new program called Living the Legacy, where he goes through all 13 principles, 13 chapters that are in the book Think and Grow Rich. And I'll share information when that's available, because that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it myself. Let me see. Anything else? Has it been worth your investment to
Absolutely.
Come here to go through Thinking
Absolutely.
Results?
Yeah. We might have been 3 minutes into day one, and I know leaving my hotel room, like I sat down and I said, boy, I just don't know if this is worth it. And I can't believe that I made this investment and blah, blah, blah. And just all those just disturbing paradigms of self-worth and everything like that. And we couldn't have been 3 minutes into it. And I'm like, boy, here's more. How do I stay engaged with this? How do I continue? It's just such a tremendous environment here, such a great spirit that's carried through this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. Is the event worth it, or are you worth it?
I'm worth it. The event is a catalyst to help with that.
Nice. I love it. Any closing thoughts?
Visit healinghelpers.net.
Yes. I'm going to put it in the comments. I'm going to put it in the comments right now.
www.healinghelpers.
Okay. If I can spell .net.
.net. Find us on Facebook. Give us some likes. Find us on Instagram. We're
Absolutely.
on there as well. If you know somebody that has a child that's going through an experience in a hospital, or a loved one that would like to see or have one of these, this is your opportunity to send love. Our mission states quite clearly that we're a company with heart, and that's what we do. And this was inspired out of love. So please come visit us, and we're happy to have you along.
Absolutely. Click on the link, guys. Do you take donations?
It's coming.
It's coming?
It's coming.
Okay. Who's hopefully watching this and saying, what are the donations there? Okay. Absolutely take a look. It's a fantastic product. It's a fantastic idea, backed by love, by wanting to help people, help children through traumatic experiences. It's a beautiful product. And any words, if Bob Proctor were watching this, what would you tell him?
If Bob Proctor was watching this, I would say, I am so happy and grateful now that I have a successful business due to the teachings that you offer on simple solutions that anybody can implement. It's so simple, yet so few people do it. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time. It's been like a half hour. Holy cow. And thank you guys for the 4 people that watched the whole thing. I really appreciate it. I don't know if anyone has any questions or not. Probably not. I mean, if you do, we're happy to check in and ask. I just want to wrap up with my final thoughts here. Amazing things happen because of the people that are in the same room. When you get a group of people in the same room and you have the same energy and you get thinking on the same level, the same frequency of thought, amazing things happen. I thought today was incredible. I thought the whole week was incredible. I mean, we ended by visiting Bob's house, and that was a fantastic thing. And then I sat down to have dinner with people and start brainstorming about bigger ideas that were even bigger than the ones we spent all the time talking about. And the entire event blew my mind. It was incredible. Just want to say thanks for you guys watching. Visit Healing Helpers. And if you're interested in having experience like Nate and getting unstuck, call me, talk to me, send me a message, let me know.
Please.
It's actually all you. Because you are worth it.
I am worth it.
And you are worth it.
I am worth it.
And I've taken this journey myself because I know that I'm worth it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Good night. And to all my friends who have checked in, who are here at the Matrixx and flying home, safe travels. And
absolutely.
We will see you again.
We love you.
We absolutely adore you. Bye, guys. And I got to end twice.